Spending $80,000 on a luxury truck can quietly erase hundreds of thousands or even $1 million from your future. While you're flexing a roaring engine today, your retirement, investments, and financial freedom are getting run over tomorrow. In this video, we will show you exactly why putting money into a truck ruins you more than you think. Most people don't buy big luxury trucks because they need them. They buy them because of how they want to feel the power and status. Obviously, when you pull up in a huge, aggressive-looking pickup, people stare, neighbors notice. Suddenly, you look successful. That feeling makes it money well spent. Brands know this very well, and that explains why trucks today are loaded with leather seats, giant screens, premium sound systems, and price tags that can hit $70,000, $80,000, even $90,000. And that's where the trap begins. You're not paying for usefulness anymore. You're paying for status, for the idea that this truck says something about who you are. Social media makes it worse. Muddy adventure photos, tough guy vibes. The whole lifestyle image makes you feel like you're missing out. But that FOMO is temporary, while the financial damage stays with you for years. The second you drive that shiny truck off the lot, thousands of dollars literally disappear. Most people usually focus on the monthly payment and convince themselves that they can manage it. But the monthly payment is only one piece of the puzzle. Start with depreciation. If you buy a luxury truck for around $80,000, its value starts dropping immediately. Within the first 3 years, many trucks lose 40 to 50% of their value. That means you could lose $30,000 or more without even realizing it. You're still paying on the loan, but the vehicle is already worth much less than what you paid. Then comes fuel. The fuel efficiency is not very impressive due to a huge engine. Over a full year, this can mean spending thousands more on fuel compared to a normal sedan. When fuel prices increase, the impact becomes even worse. Maintenance and insurance add another layer of cost. Bigger tires are expensive to replace. Repairs are often higher because truck parts are larger and more complex. Insurance companies also charge more because trucks can cause greater damage in accidents. Even simple things like oil changes or brake replacements can cost noticeably more. Over 5 years, these extra expenses can add up to tens of thousands of dollars. But the biggest issue is not just how much money the truck takes from you. The real problem is what that same money could have done for you somewhere else. Now we come to the most dangerous cost of all, opportunity cost. Every dollar you put into an expensive truck is a dollar that cannot work for you somewhere else. It is not growing, it is not earning returns, it is simply being expensed out. Imagine you are 35 years old and you decide to finance an $80,000 luxury truck. When you include loan payments, higher fuel costs, insurance, and maintenance, the total ownership can realistically reach somewhere around $1,000 per month. Most people see this as a normal price of enjoying a powerful premium vehicle. But what if that same $1,000 was invested instead? If you consistently invested $1,000 every month into a basic index fund earning an average return of 7% a year, by the time you reach 65, you would have around $1.2 million. Yes, one vehicle decision can quietly cost you over $1 million in long-term wealth. And this is only the investment side of the story. Now add depreciation. After just 5 to 7 years, that $80,000 truck may only be worth $30,000 or even less. You spent years making payments, but the asset kept shrinking. So in reality, you didn't just buy transportation. You traded a potential 7-figure investment opportunity for a machine that loses value every single day. That is the true cost most people never see. This is how expensive vehicles slow down wealth building. They lock your money into something that keeps losing value while your future opportunities shrink. Trucks are designed for heavy work, such as towing and hauling, but the average person rarely moves anything that actually requires that level of power. Most families might move furniture once a year or help a friend shift houses. In those situations, renting a truck for a day is far cheaper than owning one full-time. Another common belief is that trucks hold their resale value better. While some models do perform well, the overall ownership cost still remains high. Depreciation, fuel, insurance, and maintenance continue eating into your finances. Even if you sell the truck later, you are rarely recovering enough to justify the total money spent. Then there is the status argument. Many people feel a big truck makes them look more successful or confident. It can create a strong first impression. However, this emotional benefit is usually temporary. Over time, the pressure of high payments and rising expenses often leads to stress instead of satisfaction. For a small group of people who genuinely depend on heavy-duty vehicles for income, trucks make more sense. But for the majority, these machines are more powerful than life actually requires. So, if expensive trucks quietly damage your finances, what is the smarter alternative? The answer might surprise you, because it's not about sacrifice, it is about strategy. Reliable sedans and compact SUVs are built to handle daily commuting, family trips, and basic transportation. They cost less to buy, use less fuel, and are usually cheaper to maintain. Over time, these smaller expenses create a huge financial advantage. For example, buying a dependable car in the $20,000 to $30,000 range can significantly reduce your monthly payments. Instead of spending $800 every month, you might spend closer to $300 or $400. That difference may not feel life-changing at first, but when you consistently redirect the extra money into savings or investments, the long-term impact becomes your freedom. Another smart move is buying used instead of new. A well-maintained vehicle that is 3 to 5 years old has already gone through its biggest depreciation phase. You get solid performance and reliability at a much lower price. This allows you to avoid the steep value drop that hits new car buyers. Setting a simple rule can also help. Some financial advisors suggest keeping the total value of your vehicles below a certain percentage of your net worth. This prevents lifestyle inflation and keeps transportation from becoming a wealth destroyer. When you treat your car as a tool rather than a status symbol, you free up money for things that truly build your future. Over time, that disciplined approach can move you closer to financial independence instead of pushing it further away. The real issue is not the trucks themselves, it is the mindset behind the purchase. Many people chase comfort, image, and short-term excitement without thinking about the long-term trade-off. A luxury truck feels like a reward. It feels like proof that you're doing well in life. But financial progress is usually built on quiet, disciplined decisions that do not always look impressive from the outside. When you commit to a high vehicle payment, you reduce your flexibility. To understand this better, imagine two people earning the same salary. One person drives an $80,000 truck with an $800 monthly payment. The other drives a reliable $25,000 car and invests the $500 difference every month. After just 10 years, the investor could already have over $85,000 saved and growing. But the truck owner has nothing to show except an aging vehicle and years of payments. Now imagine what happens during a recession, a job loss, or a medical emergency. The person with investments has options. They can survive, pivot, or even take advantage of opportunities, while the person locked into high payments has pressure. Pressure to keep working, pressure to avoid risks, pressure that slowly turns success into survival. This is how lifestyle choices quietly shape your future more than income ever does. The truth is, wealth is rarely destroyed in one dramatic moment. It fades away slowly through everyday choices that seem normal. An expensive vehicle is one of the easiest ways to let that happen without noticing. When you start viewing transportation as a functional decision instead of an emotional one, your entire financial path can change. You move from reacting to your desires to actively designing your future. And that shift alone can be the difference between constantly catching up and finally getting ahead.